Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a bit of a chatty get ready with me. I'm going to use a new palette from a brand I've not tried before in terms of eyeshadow formula. This is the Beauty Moon Cosmetics Once Upon a Time palette. It's very pretty. We are going to insert some swatches. I'm excited to dig into this today. I've used a couple of the kind of shimmery pigments from Beauty Moon, but I've never tried their actual pressed eyeshadow formula, so I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm going to be filming another video during this video. We're going to try the Patrick Tar new foundation, so keep tuned for that one. I've got a couple of other new bits to try as well, but first off we are going to start with eyeshadow primer. We're going to go in with the one that's in my project pan. This is Smashbox lid primer in white. I'm just going to pop some of that on the back of my hand. This is so close to being done. I've taken the stopper out and I really don't think there's that much left in here, so progress. We're just going to pop this on the lids. This is like a white tinged base. Unfortunately, you can't get Smashbox in the UK anymore, hence why this one's in my project pan. Because I don't want to think about it anymore. Because I do really like it. It is a great primer. If you are in the world somewhere where you can get Smashbox, I would recommend it. Right, okay. I don't really know what we're going to do today. Maybe some pink with a green on the lid. Maybe we do a cut crease. Or maybe I might do a halo eye actually. And then I want to use this shade here, Sword, on the middle of the lid. So I think we're going to start off with this shade here, which is called Maiden. And I'm going to take this on a Morphe R39. And we're just going to pop this right through the crease. I don't know what to expect from these eyeshadows. Like I said, I've tried Beauty Moon's like pigments. I have one of their like jelly chrome eyeshadows. Oh, okay, pigment. That was literally 2 taps into the pan. But I've never tried their actual shadow formula before. And I just really like the look of this palette, and it was very reasonably priced as well. I think it was like, I want to say it was like $29.99. And we have got some like shifty duochrome shades in here as well, so that's exciting. And this shadow, wow, okay, hello, this is beautiful. That was just so easy. Like, especially with it being like a lighter shade, I wasn't sure how it was going to play, but it just blended out so easily. That is gorgeous. Haven't really seen many people talk about this palette, and now I really don't know why. Right, okay, we're going to go in a little bit of kick up in the pan, nothing too over the top. We're going to go in with the brighter pink here, which is called Kiss, and I'm going to start building this up on my outer corners. Okay, these two shades are quite similar. I would have perhaps wanted a little bit more depth in this one, but it's not like exactly the same. I'm just going to take a little bit of Damsel as well, which is the red, and just kind of mix it with the pink just to deepen it up a little bit. That's better. That's kind of what I wanted from the pink initially. So 2 taps in Damsel, a little bit in Kiss. We're going to do the inner corner as well. This brush is probably too big for my inner corner, but oh well. That is just, they're so easy to use. I'm very impressed by this. Very impressed. Like, the pigment is just so easy to put down. This excites me. I love finding new indie brands, especially new UK indie brands. Yeah. So I'm very pleased to report that this is going on beautifully. I'm very excited to try the shimmers now. Right, I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is a P. Louise 35 brush, and we're just going to take Damsel, and I'm just going to work that right into my inner corners because that brush was definitely too big. This is definitely more like a burgundy red shade, so I don't want to go too hard on this. I just want to make sure we've got that kind of definition that you need with a halo eye, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the kind of outer V of the halo eye, just to deepen that up as well. Okay, that is impressive. Right, I'm just going to wipe off the R39 on my towel, and we are just going to take Maiden. I'm just going to make sure these edges are nice and blended. I always like to connect my halo eye in the middle. I know some people like to keep it open, but for my eye shape I just think this works a little bit better. And I just keep the shimmer like on the mobile lid rather than going up, with having slightly hooded eyes. Right, okay, I'm going to take a P. Louise C1. I think these are actually for cutting your crease, but I like it for shimmer. And we're going to take Sword. Now I'm going to go in with this with no setting spray, no glitter glue, anything, and we're just going to see how it performs. It feels very like putty-like in the pan. Okay. Now, I would say this is more of like a topper shade. Let's try. Oh, actually, no. I just hadn't picked enough up. You do need to work your brush into it a little bit because, like I said, it is that kind of putty formula. But actually, now I've like broken that top layer on it, it's actually a lot more pigmented than I first thought. Okay, that's cute. I like that. I like it. I maybe just want to press a little bit on with my finger. Yeah. This is definitely giving me easiest to apply with a finger shade. But I actually think that looks really beautiful. This isn't actually typically, I'm like, oh, it's got duochromes in it. I've not used one of the duochromy ones, but you'll see those in the swatches. So I'm going to go apply my foundation and then I'll be back and we'll do the rest of the face. Okay, so this is the Patrick Tar foundation so far. Don't know how I feel yet. I'm going to open this. This is the new Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Concealer. I got the shade 3, which now I can see the name. It's called Golden, so I may have made a mistake. But shade 2 looked really, really light. I think it can probably work. This is not as... I thought this was going to be like big and round. But compared to the shade of the skin tint in number 1, this is definitely darker. So we're just going to pop a little bit of this under my eyes. Blemish-wise, I've got one on my cheek and then one on my chin, but I'm not really worried about the chin one. And the foundation, I did layer it up a little bit, so that covered that quite well. I'm literally only putting a tiny bit of this under my eyes. This is too yellow for this foundation. Tiny bit under my eyes. We're not going to do too much because I don't want to interrupt with the wear of the foundation. I'm just going to buff this out with my Sephora number 6, which has fast become my absolute favourite foundation brush. Actually, that blends pretty well. It's not as much coverage as I was thinking there was going to be honest, and I think I actually prefer that. that looks really nice. Right, I am going to set a tiny bit just under my eyes, because I wouldn't ever not set under my eyes. I'm going to use Laura Mercier Tone Up Rose Powder and my Dose of Lashes Powder Puff. So yeah, so far, foundation, first impressions, I like the way it looks. It's very glowy, but it does still look a little bit dry on my nose, which is my main problem area with having lizard skin. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. Right, for bronzer, I'm going to use the Say Dewy Sculpt. Oh, I've definitely got powder in my eye. Oh, that's unpleasant. We're going to use the Say Dew Bronze in the shade Salt. I'm literally just going to pop a tiny bit of this on. This is quite a dark shade. I'd rather have a bit of a darker shade and blend it in rather than have something that's not quite dark enough. I'm just going to blend that in with a P. Louise F68. So I don't want to do too much to disturb the foundation. So we're just going to keep it limited to creams today, and then a bit of a powder blush, I think. Yeah, love. That does feel like it's disrupted the foundation a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. This foundation is very wet. It's the only way I can describe it. Right, for blush, I got another one of the NYX Butter Blushes. This is my Butter Half, which feels like it's a good shade for today's eye look. I'm literally just going to pop a tiny bit of this on, because these are pigmented. I literally dabbed my brush in that twice. We're rolling with blush blindness today. Who bloody cares? I feel like there's more on one cheek than the other. Of course there is. Right, okie dokie, where is Project Pan, another Project Pan product. This is my Lime Crime Bushy Brows Gel. Move that hair out of the way or else it's going to be made very ashy brown. This is in the shade Smoky, which for me is like the perfect grey brown. A lot of like dark brown brow pencils are very warm, which I don't mind when I have like warm coloured hair, but because my hair's blue at the moment, I just feel like the cooler toned ones look better. Right, let's finish off this eye look. I'm going to take a P. Louise E71. I think we're going to go into Frog. The only thing I feel like this palette is missing is like a brighter lime green. So I kind of wish this white was a lime green. But other than that, I feel like it's a really nicely like curated colour story. So we're just going to take a bit of Frog, which does seem to be harder pressed than a couple of those pinks. We're going to take this under the eye. That is not giving what I wanted it to give. There we go, that might be a bit better. There we go. There's some pigment, that's what we like to see. It's not the most pigmented shade. I don't love this one, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I think this one is a bit of a miss, to be honest. Not anywhere near as nice as the pink shadows. Let's just try see if I use it on a littler brush. See if we can build that up. Just seems quite hard pressed. Yeah, even on the smaller brush, it's just not. Yeah, don't love that shade. It's not bad. It's just not great. Just realised I've not done highlighter. We're going to do some Urban Decay Sin. I guess we're trying to pan this. I have got like a nice dent going. I don't know whether you can see that. But I've got a good dent going, and I'm really like pinching my brush to focus it. I've not been into my highlighter lately, so it's been nice to pull this one out from my shop stash and kind of encourage myself to use it. I am going to pop a little bit of that on my inner corners too, because it's not really, apart from the bright white shade, there's not really an inner corner shade in here, unless you want to do like a colourful inner corner, which you all know I love, but today I just want something like nice and sparkly. Fresh. Okay. Alright, mascara. I'm going to use L'Oreal Telescopic Lash. I don't know how this one has ended up in my makeup case, but we're going to use it anyway, it's fine. I don't know where my lash clash is. Might be in a bag, maybe. I don't know, but we're just going to pop this on. I don't actually dislike this mascara. I don't think it was worth the hype that it got following the you-know-who controversy, but it is a nice and very, very lengthening mascara. It just doesn't look like a false lash. Not that she cares, but there we go. Right, okay. And it does transfer a little bit because it's not waterproof, because I wasn't smart enough to buy. I don't actually know if they do a waterproof one in this one, to be fair. But this was kind of, I bought this one before I decided that I wasn't buying anything but waterproof mascara because it just ends up down my face. Okay, the need to do setting spray is real. Like, every part of my body is like, you've forgotten setting spray. But I don't want to kind of disrupt this, so we're not doing setting spray. Who am I? The things I do for YouTube, because I feel not done without setting spray. Okay, we're going to go in for lips with the Kosas Hot Liner in Mega. This stuff is the exact colour of my lips. I love it. Because my lips aren't like evenly pigmented. So the pigment in my lips ends before my lip line does. So this is just perfect for filling that in. Because I can literally overline and not even necessarily need to fill in the lip. Obviously we're always going to fill in the lip, but I like the convenience of it. Right, what do I want to do on the lip? Let's do something glossy since we've got very glossy skin on. This is the... There we go. This is the Sephora Sheer Shine Brilliance Natural in number 5, which looks like this. It's just like a nice, light, shiny lipstick. I love this formula. Why don't more people talk about it? I don't know. This is Mystical Blush. That is the name of it, apparently. But I've peeled the sticker off now, so we'll never know that again. But yeah, I just think it's a really lovely colour, and it pairs really well with that Kosas liner. Right, let me sew my hair. Okay, so this is the final look for today. I really like this. Wasn't overly impressed with the green matte shade, but all the other shades I tried I really liked today. I think it looks really lovely. On the fence about this currently. I'm going to see how it wears. I like the way it looks currently, but it does feel a little bit tacky. Concealer was nice. Everything else I've tried before. This new shade is mwah. Love it. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the foundation video. I think that's probably going to go up before this one, so if it is, I will link it below. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe, and if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you every time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.